Hi, welcome to the DIY Photo Organising podcast. I'm Fiona from Photo Helper.
And I'm Chantal from Simply in Order Photo Organising. Imagine you can find any photo at any time at the click of a button. We are here to show you how.
So let's get started. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the DIY Photo Organising podcast. Today we are here to talk to you about fabulous photo gift ideas. Hi, Chantal.
Hi, Fiona.
Hello. All right, so we are really excited about this one, actually. There's a lot of just wonderful ways that, we can use our photos once they're organised. So we thought that we'd just give you some suggestions and have a bit of a chat about when you might use some of these wonderful gifts and just really how to present and share and use your photos.
Cool.
So welcome and off we go about our fabulous photo gift ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So to start with, Chantal, let's have a chat about when would be the best time. There's obviously obvious times, but we thought just sort of in the context of talking about gifts, some of the sort of the main ones and some other different types of ideas, just to give our lovely podcast listeners an idea as to, just maybe a bit of motivation as to get their projects organised so that they can, when these dates come up, plan ahead and actually, really use these gorgeous photos that they've got. So what are some of the main sort of key ones that we would say people could start thinking about to create some gifts with their photos?
I think you mentioned it. It's the obvious ones, birthdays, Christmas, anniversaries possibly, memorials is often a big one, and then things like graduations and weddings and what else do we have? Mother's Day is coming up soon in May. Father's Day, of course. These kind of things, I think.
Engagements, even sort of special event type things, even as a something to give to other people. Like it could be as a gift to give to a person, for that day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, or Christmas, or it could be something that you could use your photos to give as a gift, say at a wedding, as a parting gift, or even an engagement party, or
a parting gift. That's a nice one too.
Things like that you can use. I saw one actually with coasters. Where they'd given they'd sort of had an etched glass of a picture of the couple, and that was their gift for during a wedding.
And one just comes to mind as a farewell gift. My hubby just went into retirement, and at the Christmas party, which happened to coincide date-wise with his farewell, they had organised a photo booth. So the staff, they went and took fun photos, and then they stuck them into a book right then and there, and they wrote a little note, a farewell note, and he didn't know about it. It was a surprise. And in the end, he received that book as a farewell gift too. So that I found that really
nice
beautiful.
Idea
it's
too.
a beautiful idea.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there's some great ones out there. There really are. And there's a lot of different times to be able to use it. But that's another one too. Even gifts after a holiday. So even just if you've been on a big trip and you've staying with different family, and it could be a gift to the other where you've gone to visit and things like that as a celebration of the time you had. And there's lots of different opportunities to use them.
That's right,
So when you're, while you're listening to this in the podcast, if you just sort of think of some ideas of what maybe you've got coming up, what sort of events you've got coming up. And so some of these gifts that we're going to go through, some of these fabulous suggestions that we've got to do with your gifts, you can be thinking about, just people that you could be, or an event or a date or something that you could be working towards, and just to give you a little bit of a motivation to get those photos in order.
That's right.
So planning ahead. What else? Anything else we need to sort of help out with before we jump into some of these ideas? Or
you probably mentioned that. Yeah, the plan. You know, obviously, depending on the gift that you want to create, it's not gonna be created in a day and you're gonna have it in the mail the next day. So it might take a few weeks sometimes to do that, or maybe you need to do some research before you can do it, or whatever. So it might take some time. So it does help to plan.
Yeah, definitely.
In life in general, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, a little tip from us about true.
And to, you know, the better your photos are organised, obviously, the easier and the faster it will be to create that gift, whatever it is.
And also to use the highest quality photos that you can. We don't suggest if you're taking things off, say, Facebook, because like we've talked about before, they reduce the quality, they compress photos and things like that. So just go to your original source and use your highest and best quality
that's a good
resolution.
Point,
yeah, which is good.
And another thing in terms of gift, where, you know, when you go online and you look for photo gifts and you come to these shops who do them, some of the gifts, that's just me personally, but some of them are a bit like, really? I don't know. You know, who's gonna wear a tie with photos on them or something like that? You know, it might be if you know the person, they will, or whether it's for a real, you know, for a special event that's fun or it fits into that, you know, by all means. But generally, I'm like, look, I would say try to find gifts that make sense and that people actually love and enjoy and even use. You mentioned coasters before, you know. That's something you can use.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, you know, I wouldn't say clothes in general are not a good idea, but, for example, aprons. We once got an apron from a godchild. They made an apron with photos of themselves on it, and it's good fun, and we use it all the time.
Yeah. If the quality is good in the item, even mugs and you know things like that, you use mugs, so you can you'll use them, but
but
maybe
I'm not
a
a big fan personally of things like ties or scarves or, you know, a t-shirt maybe, but
it's
so,
not as,
you know,
not as commonly used.
That's another thing I think, you know, one should consider a bit, and because you're spending money and time, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So jumping into the actual gifts, there's lots and lots of gifts, and just a quick search for, you know, photo gifts or gifts to use with photos or any of those searches, and there's just so many options out there. But our main sort of top fabulous ideas would be wall art. So beautiful things that you can put on the wall that you could either that someone could display, and they come in so many different materials that you can use. At the moment, there's a lot of printing on wood that you see even at different shopping centres and things like that, and they're really beautiful.
I love them. And they come in all shapes and sizes, and you know, heart shape and square and whatever.
Gorgeous, and so wood is an option to do to print on, and then you've got canvas.
Classic.
What other ones have you done?
We have done a few canvases. And thinking of it, that's actually when it's really helpful to have a good quality shot, obviously, when you enlarge things too. And we also have a really nice one that's on metal. Like on aluminium. Yeah, they're nice.
They are. It's just a different texture and a bit of an artistic look as well.
Yeah, it's a bit more contemporary maybe too. So
nice. And then your regular frames and things like that. So when you're thinking of wall art, you can either do individual shots and do like a collage of, you know, 1, 2, 3, 10 prints and then framed individually, or you might look at even combining that into one canvas print, or, you know, print of a photo already combined, and then it's just one larger
That's how we
print.
did the aluminium one. That's actually a collage of 9 photos.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, and printed on that metal.
Beautiful. So wall art, what's another one of the of our top sort of photo gift ideas?
Another classic one probably is photo books.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, I don't know the statistics, but probably that's pretty much on top.
Yeah, it is, I would have to say. And more so now because there are so many options out there.
Yeah,
it really is. And ranging in quality as well. So from a budgetary perspective too, that's a really good idea. And companies are making it easier for people to do that straight from their phone.
Yes.
So again, making sure you use good quality images and things like that. And they're gorgeous. You can, you know, you really can range size, and there's just so many. We've talked about photo books before, but
there's actually one episode that's all about photo books. Can't remember which one, but you'll find it.
Search up photo books and you'll see it. So collage we were talking about. Another idea with the collages are great if there's, say, a graduation coming up, or even, you know, those ones where they do a big letter, like the person's name, like an A or a C for Chantal, an F for Fiona. But you could do, or even if it was for a 21st birthday, you might have the number 21 and then the collage of that person, you know, all the little photos in there. There's even collages that you can do of a photo, like a mosaic.
Yes,
and they
I've seen
are
that.
amazing.
Stunning.
They really are. And they're not, and again, you just, if you're organised in your photos, all these options really are just so much easier, because you may think of something, but then because you haven't organised all your stuff, you know, it really is overwhelming and it's just too much and they don't get done.
Yeah.
So there, that's another option too with the collages for you to have a look at when you're listening. Just as far as something, to think about one of those sort of mosaics or something like that.
Yeah,
they're gorgeous.
They are. I saw one once, and it's just amazing how they're built.
Yeah,
you can't actually see that each mosaic stone, so to speak, is a photo.
Yeah.
And it creates one big photo.
You can see the one big photo.
It's like,
so you choose that one photo and then it displays that made out of individual images. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It is.
All right. What other stuff have we got?
Another one I like is slideshows.
Yes.
And it hasn't to be hard. You know, I do use special software that's not quite cheap either, but, you know, you can do it in Photos on a Mac and on Windows, just the same when you use their default app.
Yep.
You know, you choose a few photos, you click slideshow, you can even add some music. It's all there. It's really quick thing. Even on your phone you can do it. Yeah. And sometimes, like, I think Google Photos does that automatically too.
And Photos too in Memories. They call it Memories.
Yes, they just do it for you.
Yeah.
And
they randomly choose, but you can be in control of that yourself.
Yeah, of course, yes.
As well as an option.
If it's for a gift, you would choose photos.
Yeah, put some music behind it, and it's something that really it's a great memory gift. I mean, there's a lot of time that can go into that because you can put captions in, and you really can get you can get lost in projects like that, which are great because, you know, creative people out there that really enjoy that. I know you really love that too. So
I like slideshows also because I always feel like, yes, it is about the photos, but a slideshow is not complete without music. And it just can change the slideshow. Look, I can't say it. It just can change the slideshow so much depending which music you use. And if you have a play with that and, you know, have the photos all together and all done, and then choose a song and then choose another song and see the difference, I find it always amazes me.
It is.
And you can I'm always saying, if you're not in tears when you look at a slideshow, it's not good enough yet.
That's right. Then those tears can mean a whole range of different things. Yes, exactly. Which is beautiful because it's done the job.
Yes. And I mean, more happy tears than sad tears.
Yeah,
of course,
but sometimes it is. You know, it is either. But it's true that is such a joy to be able to be able to look at the photos in that way. Yeah, you've got a range.
Yeah.
So then we've got the sort of traditional type of, you know, mugs, key rings, T-shirts. Even throw rugs. You can make a collage of pictures of in a throw rug. Another one we were talking about was calendars.
Yes.
So
I've done them lots. I like calendars, especially for grandparents and godparents. They almost expect that gift now every year.
It's nice.
But it is something, it's the photos, and it's also something useful.
Yeah, exactly.
So I quite like them.
Yeah, they're good. Again, puzzles. That's an option. They might. Yeah, they're fine. Playing cards. I had a funny story about playing cards. So I was given a gift of for someone's it was a key birthday for them, and they had playing cards. But by the time I'd used them a few times, I realised that this photo was on the ace of clubs. So whenever I saw the photo of the back of the because they used a whole range of photos. Yes. So note to self, just be aware if you're a card player, you just know which card belongs to which photo and you're all set. So, yes, that's just a bit of a note on that one. But other magnets and things like that for the fridge.
Useful stuff, really.
Yeah.
I've got a mouse mat. I actually need to replace it.
Oh, there you go.
A bit old now.
You need to find a photo organiser to help you with you.
I might ask Fiona. Maybe she can do that for me.
So another one, the personalised thank you cards.
Yeah, I really like that.
That's a really good idea. Oh, have you used that yourself?
I have used it, and I couldn't tell you from the top of my head, but there are supplies. You can buy singles. Yep. You don't have to order 50 of the same card, which is really cool for something like that. Yeah, and use your own. I have done... For ourselves, I have chosen like a nature photo of a flower or something, and ordered a bunch of them. So now I can use my own cards when I have to write a card, and it's like neutral, so I can use it for a birthday, for men, women, whatever,
or anything,
or a thank you, whatever. So I really like that, and it adds that little personal touch.
Definitely, they're lovely. They're really good. I've used them, and that you can get them. When I did one recently, I did it as a postcard. So the front of it is the image and the words, and then on the back I did the personal little note, and it was lovely. It was sort of like a little metallic pearl, sort of a shimmery finish, and there's so many options out there. But you can just get them in lots of 10 or 2 or 3 or however many you want. So you can really, make them personal and, or get a collection of them, like you said, more general, and then use that. Yeah.
I think people do appreciate that. That's something, when it arrives, they can put on their fridge or something.
Exactly. And because we've got these great photos, we're really encouraging you to use them. Yeah. Think of them out. Think of some of, hopefully some of these ideas are giving you, some of these suggestions are giving you some ideas to use. That you can think, I need a new notepad to be, and so, or a gift for something. And I mean, how cool is that? You've got a faded image on the background of your, one of your favourite photos. Yeah. And then you can just say, do you need a notepad for a bit of paper?
That reminds me, I printed notepads once. Yeah. As gifts, and I kept some for ourselves.
Fantastic.
Too, with the kids' photos, and it's lovely.
Yeah, they are. There's some good ones out there.
Another one I really like, I come across recently, it probably exists, not just since yesterday, but personalised notebooks or diaries.
Yep.
So personalised in a sense, you can in some you can just add like the front, the cover, add a photo on the cover.
Fantastic.
Personalise it that way, but others allow you to add photos in the diary, and you can even choose like, do you want 1 photo per week or 1 photo per month, and then it will build the whole thing customized. And you can add your photos. It's awesome.
Beautiful.
It's really nice.
Yeah, that's a lovely idea as a Christmas gift for the next, for a person, for someone for the next year coming up.
Yeah, obviously like calendars, diaries, that's all like
all
Christmas
sort of
gifts,
end of
the year thing.
Yeah. But I think while people are listening, to build those along the way. So, if you're thinking, whether you do that sort of seasonally, if you're planning out that calendar or that diary gift, just as you're going through your months and then, towards the end of the year. So if you're organised ahead of time, and you know that at the end of the year I want to make one of these diaries, then just, you're more mindful as you're taking photos that you can either keyword it or tag it for, end of year gift or something like that, so that you already know when you're ready to build it, you've already got that work done for yourself.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it and keyword it.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good habit. And we've talked about these in the other golden rules. But as you're taking your photos, that's the photo you've taken that you love. You just, it's a picture of something that's really memorable, or it's just a great shot of the family or a funny shot of the dog, or it's like it's just you've captured the moment, and just keyword it, tag it, love heart it, highlight it, and because these are when you're going to use those shots.
Absolutely.
And so if you are thinking of a gift for someone for a Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthday, and you just put in a keyword that maybe is gift idea.
If
that's a keyword.
And
then you've got 20 shots that you've had in the last year that are just, you already know are great shots, and then you can choose from them.
Saves a lot of time.
It's really, it is. So phone cover was another one.
A phone cover, I quite like that. Again, it's something useful and
beautiful shots and lovely. So I think that's given us a really, hopefully that's given you some good ideas and some suggestions. We'd love to hear any others that you might have that we've missed, that you've enjoyed, making and creating yourself. You'd like to pop them into the Facebook page. Maybe, and share it with others. So anything else? I think we've covered everything off.
I think so.
Wonderful. Well, enjoy. Thank you for listening to our podcast today. We hope that this has inspired you to just make some use those photos with some gifts, and just give it a try. Have a search on the web for some of the different photo, for different companies that are out there, and you might be pleasantly surprised and get hooked on the idea of using your photo as gifts. All right, thank you.
Awesome.
All right, talk soon.
See you.
Bye.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode of DIY photo organising and found some inspiration, useful tips and strategies to support your photo projects.
We'd love to invite you to pop over to our Facebook page, DIY Photo Organising, and we welcome your questions, feedback, and any future topics that you'd like us to cover. If there is someone you'd love to share this with, please click on share to help others take control of their photos too. Remember, have a look through our show notes for links to helpful information. I'm Fiona from Photo Helper.
And I'm Chantal from Simply in Order Photo Organising. And remember, we believe in you and you can do this.